From celebrities endorsing diet supplements to influencers recommending questionable workout regimens and glow ups, social media is filled with problematic hashtags like hot talk, fitspo, and thinspo. These examples of wellness are more harmful than you may think. Hi! My name is Jaden, and I make commentary videos on culture, media, and kind of whatever is going on in the world that I feel like yapping about. And today I wanted to yap about wellness, influencer, glow up, fitspo, the entire realm. Yeah, just the entire realm. You could probably hear my cat meowing in the background. Wellness culture on social media is definitely like a very, very blurred line between toxic diet culture and actually taking care of yourself. And it's really problematic, okay? Okay, trigger warning for the start of this video actually, because we are going to cover topics related to body image and food and stuff like that. So, if that is the kind of topic that makes you feel uncomfortable or triggered in some way, then I definitely advise you to click out of this video because I understand it can be a tough conversation. Let's start off with the blurred line between diet culture and wellness. What is the difference and why is it a problem? Diet culture, as we are aware of, is promoting like the latest like bad diets where it's like do this diet and lose like 50 pounds in like a month or something like that. And then they show these like before and after photos. It's the kind of stuff you probably would have seen in magazines back in the day. Back in the day, I'm making myself sound so old. I'm not that old, I promise. And then wellness culture are like those fitness influencers you see who are doing like their morning Pilates, they're drinking their green juices, they're journaling every single day. You know, they're promoting something like a lifestyle that appears to be healthy and like keeping yourself together and keeping your mind and body fit. That doesn't sound problematic, right? Unfortunately, it actually is, but we'll get into that in a little bit. A lot of these influencers promote a lot of problematic behaviors that are disguised as healthy choices. They will often say things like, sugar is bad for you, or carbs are the enemy, and they're really like putting food and like certain types of food into a negative spotlight, and then they're promoting other stuff like this green juice they're sponsored by, or these multivitamins they're sponsored by, or maybe they're just super passionate about their green celery juice, or having a ginger shot, or taking an apple cider vinegar shot at the start of your day to like clean your immune system. On the outside, that seems fine, you know, they're trying to take care of their bodies and they're trying to encourage you to take care of your body. But that is a problem when it can trigger people who are not confident in their bodies and taking care of themselves, and they feel pressured to glow up, which is what brings me to the next section discussing glow ups. There are two YouTube videos that I want to reference for the start of this, explaining why glow up culture can actually be harmful. The first one is a YouTuber I actually used to watch when I was younger called Olivia Andrea. Sorry if I mispronounced that. Dyslexia. Hi. She made a video series essentially talking about how growing up ended up ruining her life and causing her a lot of anxiety and depression, and it put her in a worse headspace than when she wasn't trying to glow up. So I'm just gonna play a little clip.
What is the purpose of this entire glow up journey? What is the purpose for why you're trying to reach that goal in your life? When I was younger, I said that I just wanted to be happy. And no one ever questioned me. I didn't even question me because it was such a socially acceptable goal to go glow up, to chase something that the world values. But now, with the awareness that I have, I recognize that that happiness I was after was not a good happiness. The problem with the glow up concept is that we're only seeing these results, which can easily create the illusion that these results is what creates the happiness. And secondly, it can be easy to fall into the mindset that the before version of you is not enough or acceptable. And it starts to make you place value on only one version of yourself, the version that has all the external things that society values.
For Alyssa Fraggeria, she admitted to her followers as well in one of her YouTube videos talking about how Glowing up wasn't that great for her. In a segment of her video, How to Actually Glow Up, she stated, I thought that I was doing self care, but I was just trying to fit into the beauty standards. At some point, the question came up, am I trying to look better or feel better? She listed the physical toll that anxiety about living up to the social standards can take on one's appearance, from thinning hair to dull skin, and concluded that you need to work on the mental aspect and not just the physical. What I understand from watching both these videos and reading different articles about glowing up and the effects it has on people, I've realized a couple things. And this is coming from someone who used to watch glow up videos and wellness influencers and stuff like that to try to be the best version of myself. And, I was following a lot of their advice. I did that 5 a.m. challenge where you wake up at 5 a.m. every single day. You're 5 to 9 before your 9 to 5. I was working a 9 to 5 job, so I'd wake up at 5 a.m. to do my 5 to 9 before my 9 to 5. It was not good. Like, speaking from experience, I understand where these two people are coming from when they're talking about how growing up was harmful and how it puts you in more of an anxious and depressed state than you were before you even started this glow up. Sure, your physical body might appear better, but it's damaging your mental body. Mental body? Your body's not mental. It's damaging your brain, okay? It's tricking you, okay? We know that there are such unrealistic beauty standards in the world that are literally changing every week, I swear. Remember when big lips were a thing back in 2014? Now everyone wants small lips. Remember when BBLs were at the height of their popularity and there was way more people getting BBLs compared to the other years? Now people are downsizing the BBLs because those aren't in. Remember when being curvy was popular? Now we're heading back to the heroin chic era. Beauty standards are always changing, and what these influencers aren't telling you is that they're just trying to sell you the idea of fitting the traditional beauty norms and whatever's going on, and masking it as a lifestyle and self care by doing healthy habits throughout the day. It's not realistic for someone to actually wake up at 5 a.m., do everything they need to do, enjoy their morning, and then go to work. A lot of people have to transit to work or they drive to work. Some people work over an hour away. Some people work close to home. Some people work in their home. It's not feasible. That's another thing. I feel like with these influencers, they don't seem to realize that their beauty and their glow up is actually just them being privileged. I know that might be a hot take, okay? But bear with me here because wellness culture is literally pretty privileged, okay? Because as I was saying, realistically, no one can fit these beauty standards. They are changing too often, they're unrealistic, they're unhealthy. Everyone's body requires different things and is healthy at different rates because we're all different. And a lot of these beauty standards, example being the clean girl aesthetic. The clean girl aesthetic is very toxic because it is forcing people to live beyond their means. The clean girl aesthetic is promoted as a lifestyle opposed to a fashion choice, right? They have to dress a certain way, they have to do certain things, they have to look after their skin, they have to go to Pilates, they have to drink their green juice, they have to always look naturally beautiful and put in a lot of work to actually do it, to actually sustain that lifestyle. They have to wear designer expensive clothes. They have to make sure everything's prim and proper and ironed and looks good. No one has time for that and no one has money for that, especially not in 2025 when we are practically in a recession, which equals a depression because it's the depression recession. That was dumb. I'm sorry. Think about it. When you wake up to start your day, who gets out of bed right away? Who has time to make a full breakfast? Who has time to journal? Who has time to make a green juice? Who has the time to go on a run? Who has the time to go to the gym? Unrealistic because a lot of people are either living with people, so you can't wake up super early because then you'll disturb your housemates. Maybe you have a child, you have to take care of your child before anything else. Maybe you have to work confusing hours, especially if you're working a part time job and your hours are different every single day. maybe you work an open and then you work a close and then you work a mid, or maybe you do two openings and then a close and then you do a clopen, and it's a whole thing, right? No one has time to make a properly balanced schedule first thing in the morning. And another thing is that when they tell you to like start waking up early, that means you have to go to bed early. People don't have time for that either. A lot of people, they want to decompress after work and do things or just kind of relax, or they have a family to take care of, or they have something else going on that they need to attend to. And it makes people feel bad because they're not able to do these things that all these wellness influencers are promoting, and they're like, well, that's why I'm so like depressed, because I can't do this because I don't have the time. Yeah, it leads a lot of people to feel like they are not good enough and that they are failures because they can't do what these influencers are doing. But it's important to remember it is their job to be doing this. They don't have to go into an office, they don't have to go to a store to work, whatever it may be. Their job is to promote their lifestyle, right? That's if they follow their lifestyle, of course, because there have been some scandals of beauty, fitness, wellness, whatever influencers lying about stuff, getting work done, being on Ozempic while selling workout courses. Yeah, that's yeah. And then of course there are other limitations. Again, I'm going back to the clean girl aesthetic because that's one of the more problematic ones going on right now. Another issue with the clean girl aesthetic in particular is that it's only for white girls, meaning anyone that is a person of color cannot partake in that style. And the opposite of clean being dirty, so anyone who's not a clean girl is considered a dirty girl, and then they're all hating on each other, and it's just totally toxic, and it's not good. And none of these influencers that we're aware of, like, we don't have proof that any of these people promoting these lifestyles or these workouts or whatever are even certified to be teaching you these things. There's like so many self-proclaimed like fitness gurus and life coaches and all that, but are they even like legally licensed? Like, can we trust them unless they're like showing their certificate of like proof that they like have a background in this? I'm not going to believe anything they say because they're just hopping on the latest fitness trend and promoting that. I also found here that in a 2023 study, researchers found that nearly two-thirds of the 100 most popular fitness influencer accounts promoted unhealthy or unrealistic body shapes. Do with that what you will, but I'm just saying. That's not good. So what does happen when you try to glow up, right? Like, okay, you follow this YouTuber or this like TikToker's like glow up routine, whatever. Okay. Now what? You're just following steps. Are you actually putting any work in to actually glow up internally, or is it all external? Are these glow ups just to make you physically attractive, or are they supposed to be mentally healing? Because when people are talking about glow ups and wellness, they try to combine it into one, and they're like, you'll be beautiful inside and out. But being obsessed with a specific routine, eating certain things, looking a certain way, following specific regimens can be harmful and make you obsessive and fall into bad habits and lead to more serious issues with your body and self image and eating habits, which is super scary and can actually be very deadly if not done correctly. While fitness influencers and all these little lifestyle accounts might be fun to watch and like see people doing their little routines, long term it can affect you. Even just watching the videos, it will lead to you comparing yourself to them regardless. You'll see them doing these things and your brain is instantly going to be like, well, why can't I do that? Why don't I look this way? Why don't I get to do this? Etc. etc. And then it kind of puts you in a negative headspace, and then you start to spiral, and then you'll get obsessed, and then you'll try these. And then it's not going to work out because sticking to a new routine is super difficult and not everyone can do that. Or you're not getting enough substance in your life to actually keep your energy levels up to a proper amount, causing you to crash and burn, and then you are going to be stuck in a bubble of self doubt, self hatred, feel not good enough. Oh, look, on TikTok, you'll see another video, someone else doing a different lifestyle. Cycle's gonna continue. Whoa, you're gonna follow the same routine. You're gonna crash and burn. It's gonna keep happening until eventually you are just dust. Now, that doesn't go without saying that there are some legitimate fitness, health, wellness, whatever, glow up, whoever the heck, influencers out there that are actually certified and actually provide proper advice. But like one of my main issues with it as well is that everyone's like bodies are different and require different needs, and just following like a random workout like you see on Instagram or TikTok or whatever, that might not necessarily work for you because you will most likely have a different body type than the person. They're most likely taking some sort of like supplement or Ozempic, or there's a reason there's like personal trainers because they fully like assess you, seeing like what your actual health is like, what your physical and mental health is like. And there's like proper ways to go about these things. And like, yeah, there's nothing wrong with just like going to the gym in your own time and like focusing on like glutes or whatever, or like doing pull ups and whatever, just to, like focus on a certain area. But it's important to also be doing it in a healthy manner and not just focusing on like, I need this to look perfect, because that's going to lead to really dark places. My advice, if you still feel the need to look at fitness, wellness content, whatever it may be, is to at least be mindful about what you're watching, how much you're consuming of it, how it's affecting you. If it's if it's affecting you in a negative way in any way, shape, or form, even if you just find yourself comparing your like you could find yourself comparing yourself to the person in the video, don't watch it. If you've been following the routine and again you're comparing yourself to them, don't watch it. Like, just try to figure out what works for you. Make sure you're actually getting advice from certified people and not self proclaimed people, because they don't know what they're talking about and they're just in it for money. Don't fall for their sponsorships, because half the time they are promoting like Bloom or something, and it's like that's just grass in a cup, okay? Like, we don't need to get into that, okay? Yeah. And also, like, be careful with like your perspective on nutrients as well. Like, people are always saying like carbohydrates and sugar are bad for you, cut them all out. But it's also like the fact that carbs equal energy and sugar is also energy. All types of food are required. That's kind of why we have them. Your body needs a mixture of different things. And if you really care and actually feel the need to like improve your diet in any way, don't go on a fad diet. Don't follow some random person's advice online. See like an actual nutritionist. They will actually know what they're talking about and they can safely help you. Or if you want to focus on like getting toned or something, you don't know where to start, go see a personal trainer. Don't take some rando's advice online. Let me know what your thoughts are on the wellness sphere of social media. Have you tried a glow up before? Have you followed some randos like healthy lifestyle videos? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm very curious. And how did it work out for you? Pretty much all I have to say on this topic. So just be careful, be smart, be kind to yourself, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! Hello, welcome to my little outro. It's just been a minute since I last filmed, and just wanted to get a little personal with you. Let me lower this down so we get nice and personal. Okay, that was weird. And I also just wanted to thank you guys for 1,000 subscribers, because that is actually mind blowing. Like, what? That's wild! Like, I don't even know 1,000 people. Like, actually, we're like above 1,000 now, which is just wild. Um, yeah, I don't know 1,000 people. Like, if I like try to like think, like, imagine I'm in like a room right now and there's like 1,000 people here, and I'm just like, whoa, that is wild. Yeah, so maybe we could do like a little Q&A or something to celebrate 1,000 subscribers, because that'd be kind of cute. Get to know each other a little bit, maybe get a little personal. But yeah, let me know if you do want me to do a Q&A or something. I'll I'll think of something. I don't know. Like, what do you want to see? I need to thank you in some way. What do you want from me? Just like not OnlyFans kind of content because I don't roll that way. Yeah. I was sick as well. That's part of my life update. I was sick. Yeah. Now I'm just vibing. So yeah, I got time to film. That's exciting. Okay, I will see you in my next video. Bye.